Saxon community, would you please stand for our national anthem as sung by our symphonic choir?
Oh, say, can you see why the dawns rise? What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose rough stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the
Before we get started, I'd love for us to take a moment to take this all in. We typically have about 4,500 Saxon community members here to celebrate our graduating seniors. So you might think that 250 is minimal. I actually, though, am looking at this as an uplifting and powerful experience as the principal of South Salem High School, as a graduate of South Salem High School, and as somebody who has been pushing for the last 4 months for this event to actually happen. So I invite all of you to pause for a moment and look around. Feel how inspiring it is that in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, we can come together on Bennett Field to see our 430 seniors graduate, albeit 45 at a time. Thank you all for being here. Good morning. South Salem High School welcomes our special guests today, Salem Kaiser School Board member Sharon Blasey and Superintendent Christy Perry. Graduates, families, friends, and guests, the staff and community of South Salem High School welcome you to the commencement ceremonies of the 66th graduating class of our proud institution. Before we get started with the formalities, I would like to recognize all of the people who helped to make this day happen, including our assistant principals, Sarah Buchholz, Tara Romine, Michelle Howard, and most especially Brian Armstrong. Thank you, Mr. Armstrong, for dedicating so much of your vacation time to make this day a reality. Thank you to our office staff for helping to put this ceremony together. And thank you to all of you for never giving up on this event happening right here on our own football field, despite the construction to the north and west and east and south of us. I want to start the historic 66th year of this event by talking about roses. In 1954, when South first opened, Pappy Aschenbrenner, our first principal, congratulated Saxons for a job well done by giving out symbolic roses. The tradition of giving roses has continued throughout all of the principals since Pappy. So today, I again honor this long-standing tradition of offering a symbolic rose to recognize members of our school community for their accomplishments and their commitment to excellence. So, first and foremost, roses to the class of 2020 for earning the right to be here today. Roses to your academic successes. I invite the members of the audience to take a look at the graduation program and to the list of scholarships and awards that the members of this class have earned. Roses to our graduating class of International Baccalaureate Diploma candidates. The white stoles they wear are in recognition of their commitment to rigorous academics and the IB Diploma program. We are especially proud to recognize 20 candidates this year. Would the following students please stand and let's hold our applause until all names have been read. Jenna Berry, Julie Chen, Arizon Cuello Ocampo, Marina Foster, Megan Frey, Roberto Garces Mendez, Josephine Hamlin, Maya Harrison, Hala Herb, Isabel Canor, Jack Loney, Eric Martz, Mason Obery, Aubriana Olson, Tulsi Patel, Emmett Pennington Guthrie, Angelique Prater, Luke Sue, Taylor Tadlick, and Edgar Villa Calderon. Let's give them a round of applause, even though they're scattered throughout the day. Roses to our scholars of 2020. We have 17 valedictorians who earned perfect 4.0 grade point averages. Let me introduce them, and as I call your name, please stand. Rebecca Bingham, Julie Chen, Anna Corner, Madison Gross-Nicholas, Josephine Hamlin, Ned Harlan, Allison Hamira, Emma Hurley, Riley Kirkpatrick, Isabel Canor, Adrian LaJoy, Eric Martz, Isabella Molyneux, Mason Obery, Lydia Prestwich, Bethany Smith, and Quincy Winder. And 5 members of this class are salutatorians earning a 3.98 grade point average. Would you please stand? Anna Berger, William Cordero, Marina Foster, Parker Johnson, and Tulsi Patel. Congratulations. You might think the roses should stop there, especially since the year was cut so short. But the accomplishments of this class were actually quite extensive prior to the school closure on Friday the 13th of March. So listen closely to hear the unique contributions and collective excellence of these 430 young adults. Roses to our seniors who are the first in their families to graduate from high school. Roses to all of our students who are not on track to graduate, but who engaged during distance learning over the last 5 months in order to recover their credits and be a member of this class of 2020. Roses to our seniors who displayed their artwork in the IB Art Show, the Young Artist Showcase, and in the superintendent's office. Roses to our 62 biliteracy seal candidates, a confirmation of their linguistic achievements and international mindedness. Roses to all of our students involved in our theater department for their work on 1 musical, 2 dramas, 1 student-written production dedicated to the Rose Auditorium, and our first ever virtual theater productions. Roses to our girls basketball team for going undefeated in conference play, qualifying for the state tournament by winning both playoff games, and winning their quarterfinal game at the state tournament before it got shut down. Roses to all of you for being state semifinalists. Roses to our boys basketball team for going undefeated in conference play, qualifying for the state tournament by winning both playoff games, going into the tournament as the number 2 seed, only to have the tournament shut down before they even made it to the Child Center. Roses to all of you for being quarterfinalists. To this day, a huge student-made poster remains in our center hall despite the chaotic construction all around it, declaring our basketball teams as our state champions. Its survival signifies to me the resilience of our teams, the class of 2020, and our Saxon community. We come together to support each other through celebrations and crises. That's what makes us our Saxon family. Roses to our students who founded and launched the student-run nonprofit Live to Tell to empower students to have a voice regarding suicide awareness, to ensure students had a seat at the table to determine suicide prevention policy, and to make sure our struggling youth did not feel alone. Roses to our 18 senior link leaders who tutored and guided 600 freshmen all year. Roses to our seniors in broadcast journalism who earned Best in Show for news writing, first place in the state for podcasting, second in the state for best website, second in the state for best news program, and fourth in the state for best newspaper. Roses to our seniors who discovered a solution to the toxic algae bloom that plagued our water system over a year ago, earning statewide recognition and $20,000 for our school. Roses to our seniors on the boys swim team who contributed to their Mountain Valley Conference championship. Roses to our DECA seniors for having 8 state event winners and qualifying 12 seniors for nationals. 2 seniors as juniors were international finalists last year. Roses to our seniors who volunteered at the Marion Polk Food Share every week, collectively repackaging over 100,000 pounds of food for community distribution in a time of great need. Roses to all of our seniors in music and theater who packed up 66 years worth of costumes, instruments, robes, props, and equipment in order to prepare for the demolition of your learning spaces. Roses to our senior athletes and partners who contributed to our designation as a national unified champion school, inspiring us all with a simple principle of training together and playing together is a quick path to friendship and understanding. Roses to all of our seniors who participated in all of the programs at CTEC, earning certifications, licenses, and job offers. Roses to all of our seniors who will be the first in their families to attend college. Roses to our Avid senior class made up of 50 students who collectively earned more than $2.8 million in scholarships. Roses to our senior members of the National Honor Society, our Key Club, our leadership class, our culinary classes, our Avid classes, and everyone else who volunteered countless hours for the betterment of our community by contributing their energy for causes such as the American Red Cross, the Halloween Trick-or-Treat Party, the Saxon Pop-Up Grocery Store, and the 1,000 Souls Project. Roses to all of our seniors who missed out on their final athletic seasons, their state music competitions, their international DECA competition, and all of the other culminating events that happen in the spring of senior year. Roses to all of you for being the last senior class to perform in the Rose Auditorium, the last senior class to perfect your craft in our music rooms, and the last senior class to enjoy the clanking and unreliability of our 1920s heating system. In my 6th year as principal of South Salem High School, you can see why I could not be more proud of everything that this class of 2020 has accomplished. It's been my honor to be your principal, to have a front row seat, and to view your development into the young adults that you are. I've looked to this graduation actually as a milestone, possibly because the class of 2020 has a really nice ring to it. And as a math major, I know 2020 isn't all that special of a number. It's not prime, it's not a Fibonacci number, but it sounds better than 2019 and 2021. And maybe it's not the numerical properties that make 2020 sound so solid. Maybe it's just the repetitive nature. It's just kind of catchy and fun to say. Or maybe it has a nice ring to it because it's a number that's familiar to us as a term representing our perfect vision. Maybe we've said the term 2020 so many times in reference to our ability to see things clearly or not. But no matter what our visual acuity is, no matter how sharp our focus, no matter how near or far-sighted we were, I'm not certain any of us could have had the foresight to see the year 2020 coming to us from a distance. When this class started their senior year in September, I don't think any of us envisioned this ending to their senior year. So in a few minutes, I will be asking you to move your tassels and join the Saxon graduates who have gone before you. Before doing so, though, on behalf of your Saxon community, I want to thank all of you for representing South High with class. While some may remember you as that class, I will not remember you for all of the reasons we might remember the year 2020, but instead for your significant contributions to the positive and inclusive environment at South High. I personally thank you and will remember you for your accomplishments, such as finding viable solutions to major ecological, mental, and social challenges. Facing numerous challenges himself over 120 years ago, in his last major speech, Frederick Douglass mentioned, "Strange things have happened of late and are still happening." When looking back at the first 7 months of 2020, Frederick Douglass's statement from 1894 certainly could apply to today. He went on to pose a question: what's next? It's easy to ask that question with a touch of sarcasm in our voices. In fact, I'm pretty sure most of us have asked ourselves what else could possibly happen this year. I prefer, however, to ask that same question, what's next? In an optimistic, eager, hopeful way when I think of our Saxon graduates of the class of 2020. With your toxic algae bloom work, you've already discovered a solution to protect our physical health. You've crafted a nonprofit to recognize the importance of our mental health. And your unified champion work, with that, you've figured out how to unite our community. Frankly, you've already succeeded in 3 areas in which our world could greatly benefit from your help. I'm eager to watch as you take your South Salem High School experiences and with your 2020 vision and your laser-like focus, determine what's next by impacting our city, our state, and our nation with the same success that you've experienced in your 4 years at South High. Thank you for making us all proud to claim you as Saxons. Congratulations, class of 2020. It is now my honor to introduce to you our 2 commencement speakers from the class of 2020, Allison Hamira and Angelo Ardando Baca.
Before this moment, I watched a gazillion videos on how to get over stage fright. But I haven't found a great cure yet. I thought of maybe using the naked audience, but then I thought about my dad being in the crowd, and that cured me of that very quickly. I've always been a part of the wall for soccer free kicks, thus the concussions and the cute concussion band I get to wear now. But now I'm standing alone in a wall, and you are all the free take kickers, so please be gentle. This podium won't stop much. Congrats, class of 2020. I'm Allison Hamira, your ASB president. I was in charge for only 1 semester, and then boom, a global pandemic. But I'll take ownership of that one. I should have known something was going to happen. I was born less than 24 hours after 9/11. What a way to make an entrance into the world. We came to South stuck in a maze like the movie Maze Runner. I know you guys know that one. Freshman year, I came from a class of 8 in 8th grade and didn't know what a bell was. When I got to South, I thought the bell was to see how fast you could get from one class to the next before it rang. Yes, I was the kid that ran through the halls. And if you thought passing time was bad, imagine not having a parking spot. While we were busy running our maze, there were so many events happening in the world. Here are just a few. We had the US presidential election, the Zika virus, the Orlando nightclub shooting, the #MeToo movement, the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio, the total solar eclipse, mass shootings in Las Vegas and Texas, March for Our Lives led by many Saxon students. There was the royal wedding, the Winter Olympics, child immigrants were being separated from their families, the 2018 election, which resulted in more females in Congress than ever before. Finally, freshman year ended, and we were able to make it to the next level of Jumanji, sophomore year. We were no longer the rookies, and we were getting a hang of things and finding our friends. This year, most of us got our licenses, and some of us for sure shouldn't have. But we were flying sky high, yet another corny movie reference. Next, we were on the Titanic, junior year. Too much homework to comprehend, testing around the corner, then chemistry, no words. Just being short of superior, and not being able to reach the lifeboats. It was also the endless stream of questions of where are you going, what are you doing, do you have any plans? I personally just wanted to scream, please stop asking. Because when I said I wanted to travel around in a VW bus and paint murals everywhere, the faces of disappointment greeted me each time. As our Titanic was sinking, many more events were happening in the world. Here are just a few. The U.S. women won the World Cup yet again. Fire ravaged Notre Dame, wildfires in Australia, and then we topped it off with COVID-19 ending our senior year early, and the worldwide protest of racism and police brutality. Our senior year, Jumanji, the next level. We were at the top of the mountain looking down, and little did we know we were about to fall off a cliff. South was my home for 4 years, with the long hours of making posters, planning activities, and fun things for us to do. Forcing my friends to stay and help, saying it'll be extra credit, or promising them coffee the next day. And then our senior year was abruptly cut short. We had our last day without knowing it. We had the best 3 months of high school disappear from under our noses. We had our memories cut short. Let's take a moment to think about the sports teams that didn't get to finish. Right before this all happened, our 2 basketball teams were in the state tournament. I look forward to cheering on the ladies and gents each year, and it was the highlight of my year is getting to watch you guys play. I just wanted to say that we are all very proud of you, and may the senior basketball players please stand. Congrats, thank you guys, you may be seated. Next, we have the athletes that didn't get a chance to play in their senior season. When I say your sport, please stand. Softball, baseball, track, lacrosse, tennis, and golf. All these wonderful Saxons didn't get a chance to have a senior night and weren't able to play in their last season. Can we please give them a huge round of applause for the hard work that they have done? You may be seated. Thank you. The list of things or events missed is longer than sports, including DECA, choir, band, orchestra, drama, speech and debate. Please stand if you miss a special event or events this year. Oopsie daisies. Okay, can we please give them a huge round of applause for their hard work? You may be seated. In words of Tony Stark, no amount of money ever bought us a second of time. Now, I'm not sure about you guys, but I'd go broke to have the last 3 months back. Now, all we have are memories we made, the people we met, and the times we have shared together, and let's please hold on to the memories. Now that we are off to different places, to meet new people, to make new friends, to make an impact on the world, let's remember to be accepting of others, to be open to people's opinions, and to be kind to everyone. And please, please, please vote. Now, in words of Captain America, I can do this all day, and I will be here all day. Thank you.
All right, good morning. Can everybody hear me? All right. We all come from different backgrounds. We all have different stories. But believe it or not, we're all very similar. I'll explain why. But first, cliches are always used, whether it be fiction or real life. They are usually used as a generic way to spread a message like, actions speak louder than words. One popular cliche is, live life to the fullest. You never know what tomorrow will bring. Life can bring life-altering moments. That's life for you. Life-altering moments can have different appearances. My life-altering moment came on December 14. My dad had been in the hospital for 3 months battling lymphoma, a type of cancer. That Saturday, I could not be with him and my family. That night, I FaceTimed a fragile-looking man that was my father. He didn't have much energy, but he told me that he loved me, and I responded with the same. That would be the last time I'd speak with my dad, as the next day he would pass away. For many of you, your life-altering moment came that Friday, March 13th. We've all heard rumors that the COVID pandemic was close to home and that the state might shut down for a couple of weeks. If I'm being honest, almost everybody was happy because that meant an extended spring break for us. I think that feeling would have disappeared if we knew what was to come. It was like being stuck in a movie, frame by frame. That situation kept changing day by day. Those 2 weeks turned to a month, and then before we knew it, school ended. It was life-altering in that case because many always dream of the end of the year activities, such as prom, as well as being life-altering because of economic reasons, among many other reasons. Remember when I said we were all alike? Well, we are all alike because we all have perseverance. We all persevered one way or another, and that's why we are here on this stage with everybody that we love. That's what makes us similar. That's why we are a Saxon family. No matter what life throws at us, we, the class of 2020, have shown that we will do great things. I think we all agree that having a great support system was a major part of our perseverance. Whether it be mom, dad, grandparents, friends, without them, we couldn't have done it. I personally wouldn't have been able to overcome a life's tragedy without so many great people. I'd like to thank so many people. The strangers that donated so that my family could get back on our feet, my peers who worked together to support me, as well as the staff who not only supported me academically, but who also always checked on me. Administrators such as Mrs. Tiffin, who still checks on us to see how we're doing. My deep gratitude also goes to everybody who has supported me from the start. Even when I felt alone, you guys were always here for me. I will always be grateful. To my siblings, Emily and Montse, and especially my mom, who is the definition of a hero, dealing with all this while still supporting her children, she has never given up, and that's why she's my hero. I leave you with 2 final things. First, a quote by the great Fred Rogers: "We all have different gifts, so we all have different ways of saying to the world who we are." Remember that. Success will come in different ways for many of you. However, I guarantee you that all of you will make a difference in your community and in our world. This class is truly special. Finally, I leave one last thank you. A thank you to everybody we have lost throughout this journey. They might be gone, but they'll always be in our hearts. Thank you, and may success follow you all.
Thank you, Allison and Angelo, for representing your classes. School board member Sharon Blasey, Superintendent Christy Perry, I present to you for receipt of their graduation diplomas, the class of 2020. Their names will be read by 6 faculty members who were selected by the senior class: Kathy August, Shane Britton, Matt Doyle, Tyson Gilmore, Aaron Howard, and Ryan Marshall. I now present to you for their receipt of their graduation diplomas, the class of 2020.
Spencer Wade Armstrong. Caden Allen Beaton. Madeline Nicole Schultz. Princess Pandora Hope Rendon. Gretchen Elaine Olson. Lydia Kate Prestwich. Bella Marie Molyneux. Elizabeth Nicole Kim.
Allison Carol Ann Hadis. Tristan Dale Baker. Gabriella Paige Baker. Nicholas Tyler Edel. Brandon Cole Hardy. Ryan James Rickman. Ian Madison Huntington. Kieran Christopher Pruitt. Trey Edward Galbraith.
Quinn Marie Clarkson. Avery Olivia Reed Sinks. Mackenzie Kathleen Caprino. Caden Sebastian Caprino. Kira Rochelle Pease. Riley Kaylin Vogt. Bradley Kenneth Bonstead. Matthias Nicholas Larissa. Imorje Jamarion Link.
Carlos Campos Rodriguez. Claire Ann Clock-Sieben. Nicholas William Brown. Jacob Lapat Okello. Isaac Osvaldo Luna. Jaden Christopher Roche. Jose Meraz. David Flores Lopez. Paula Michelle Casco Navas.
Gideon John McKenzie. Killian Sean Coplantz. Josiah Charles Hemingway. Gabriel Lee Ingersoll. Tristan Mitchell Kruger. Parker Brian Hansen. Giovanni Lopez. And Caden James Curry.
Seniors, will you please stand? As the principal of South Salem High School, I am proud to announce that the seniors before you have met the requirements of the Salem-Keizer School District and the state of Oregon to receive a high school diploma. Seniors, you may now move your tassel from the right side to the left side. Saxon community, I am proud to present to you South Salem High School's 66th graduated class, the class of 2020. Congratulations.